Okay, Shalom. Shalom. Kwam Yasa'Allah. Koholoyim La Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shai. Bahashim. Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. And that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to take the water to all the H.I.M and H.I.M. That's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachan on the Waf. Just coming to you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is in politics in the raw story. It says, no state has struggled more. All praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Mashim Rachachadash, man. Residents of Trump's stronghold blame him for epic downturn. Yeah, a lot of these farmers aren't doing well. Businesses, it's a lot of businesses, man, that's just not doing well since they voted for Trump, being racist as hell for one, because they wanted, so-called to get rid of the immigrants. But they wasn't realizing that, okay, the shit that this guy's doing is going to affect them. They didn't factor that in. But it says there's one state that has struggled more than any other with Donald Trump's policies, and its residents are worried, even calling the situation death by 1,000 paper cuts. Kind of crazy they got this damn Band-Aid advertisement from Prime. Oh, man. The New York Times on Sunday published an article called, "In Trump-Friendly Iowa, the president's policies have hit hard," in which the outlet argues that the state has become a stronghold for President Trump. Now his efforts on trade, energy, and immigration are squeezing farmers, disrupting labor, and threatening industries, the report states. Yeah. But hey, y'all believed all that shit he was saying, man, knowing full well this man is a goddamn a damn liar, man. They say that they matter of fact, let me get that one. Matter of fact, I can get this too. Proverbs 29:2, while it's on there, that's the spirit. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's exactly what's going on, man. With the people are mourning right now. His own people went out and voted, but hey, they was trying to get down on Israel, man. They was trying to get down on you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They hate you so bad that they voted for this guy. This is Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That guy whole campaign, he ran his whole campaign on number lies, man, and them people believed it. And it's really, this is going to cause a lot of disruption, man. It's just leading up to, the Egyptian against the Egyptian. These people are ready to fight each other, man. The more stress goes on, matter of fact, I was just reading too, I think if this shutdown carries on to November 15th, the military is not going to get paid now. So I think it was some donors, you know what I'm saying? You got some of these, wealthy Edomites, you know what I'm saying, throwing a little money in the pot to basically keep the military afloat, But hey, the military is not going to even be paid. So what do you think how you think that's going to look? What do you think these people are going to do when they start to see their children hungry and shit like that? Because these food banks are stressed. Food banks are already stressed. They've been stressed all along. Now, if there's no food stamps coming, or SNAP, whatever is that shit continues over into December, January, whatever the case may be. Those food banks, man, are going to be stomping grounds for fights. There's going to be people out there scrapping. Matter of fact, you might get robbed for that box of food they give your ass, man. It could be somebody, some motherfuckers on the back of a truck taking your shit at gunpoint. You just never know, man. This place is about to become very chaotic. Okay, but let's see what else is in the article. When Donald Trump, this right here is really what got these motherfuckers pissed right here, though. You can't blame them. When President Donald Trump announced a $20 billion bailout for Argentina this month, Larry Ori, 86, a farmer in Earlham, Iowa, could hardly believe it. It just shook him to the bones. It did. Especially after boatloads of Argentine soybeans began shipping to China, because America, these couple of states here, I know here in Michigan where I'm at, they get top dollar from, they were getting top dollar from China for their soybeans. They ain't got shit this year. They just sitting on that shit. Okay, it says for Iowans, losing China's soybean market in the president's trade war was only one of many economic shocks that have hit the state since the start of President Trump's second term. Because this dude, he's about actions first and don't think things through. But at the same time, too, we understand that this is by the Spirit, this is the elite that's breaking this place down. Well, actually, it's H.I.M that's breaking this place down first off. But they need America to fall, and really just go into a chaotic stage and just really just be disrupted and torn apart so they can bring it back up. A reset basically, which is not going to be no reset. This is it for America. Okay, but it says for Iowans, losing China's soybean market in the president's trade war was only one of the many economic shocks that have hit the state since the start of President Trump's second term. The cost of tractors, and fertilizers have shot up with the tariffs, Labor has grown scarcer in agribusinesses. Major manufacturers have laid off workers. Even the ubiquitous wind turbines that provide income for some Iowa farmers are in the president's sights. Yeah, man. So he's doing this, a lot of this shit this shit is being done on purpose. It's to rile up the citizens and basically get their asses out here on some war, civil war type shit, man. The report also quotes Summer Ori, 37, the wife of Mr. Ori's grandson, Dan, as saying, right now, we're fighting different economic wars all at once. You can sustain it one at a time, but right now it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. The report goes on to note, since siding with Barack Obama twice, Iowa has become a stronghold for Mr. Trump. Yet perhaps no state has struggled more with its economic policies, according to the Times. During the first quarter of 2025, Iowa's gross domestic product dropped by 6.1%, more than any other state aside from neighboring Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska caught the business too, though. But these are people that went out and voted for this guy, man. Trying to pretty much, hey, it is what it is, man. Yeah, these comments, people going in. The farmers were warned after Trump ruined the farm economy last time, yeah. But I mean, hey, shit, all these, he's claiming that he saved all this money of waste from Doge and all this money that, what I'm saying, he has, he's supposedly America's making off these tariffs, which this guy's just lying, man. Yeah, people not feeling sorry for the asses, man, in these comments. Come on, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, it ain't looking well for these Americans that voted for Trump. And just in general, this place is through all around, man. But let me just grab this one in the Apocrypha. One long lesson. Just wanted to just chop it up on that because you got to really laugh at Esau, man, for his stupidity, man. This man is he's not as smart as he would you would like for him to think. This man is not smart at all. He's not making good moves, man. He's destroying himself, but he can't help it because he's the one that destroys the earth. He's the destroyer, man. All he does is kill, steal, and destroy. Let's get this one in Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's overall what we're witnessing, man. The fall of our enemies right now. Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, man. The guy that's running around out here with all the smarts. He has the world thinking that nothing can survive without him, and it's crazy with all the shit that he's tearing apart. But yet people still believe this, man. Anyway, just wanted to touch on that for a sec. All praises to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rachach. Hey, we getting there, man. This is all a lead up to pretty much civil war, man. Overall, because these Edomites, they losing it, man. They are losing it. I just seen an Edomite, old ass Edomite too. I think he was in his 70s. This nigga shot up the Walmart manager's car in his house because uh, uh, the manager fired his wife, which obviously she wasn't doing what the fuck she was supposed to have been doing. But either way, you know, here you go. You about to spend. But then again, you know, Esau, he be getting away with everything. You know, they might give him a slap on the wrist, say that he too old to go to prison and all that other shit and let his ass. But that's, you know, that's how far. Hey, she needed that Walmart job, man, to keep shit going at the crib, man. You know, every little thing counts right now. People are penny pinching right now, man. People are, you know, holding on. Hey, motherfuckers eating leftovers now. I know people, again, I said that in another video where, you know, I know people that shit on leftovers. Like, you know, like, okay, you about to throw all that food away because you just ate it yesterday? You better warm that shit up. You better, you know, you know, now people, all right, them same people now you all of a sudden you eating leftovers. Because you have a lot of prideful people, and people here in America, man, they're very wasteful. So, what is this one? USDA confirms. Well, let me see if I can get that article real quick. Okay, yeah, this is business. Washington Examiner. USDA confirms no SNAP benefits will go out November 1st. So this is gonna be a whirlwind, man, of ripple effects, man. Let's see if this video will play. It's a lot.
Shutdown is set to hit people reliant on food aid benefits if it's not resolved by November 1st. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, will reportedly run out of government funding by the end of October if the shutdown continues. Politico revealed that 25 states are informing SNAP recipients that they will not receive food aid benefits in November. Nearly 42 million people in the United States, a little over 12% of the population, received SNAP benefits last year. Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins warned about the end of SNAP benefits in mid-October. The U.S. Department of Agriculture accused Democrats of putting healthcare concessions over the food aid needs of everyday Americans. Massachusetts is one of the states that will cut off SNAP benefits. Governor Maura Healey blamed President Donald Trump, claiming he was the, quote, first president in U.S. history to cut off SNAP benefits to people in America.
Yeah, and also, again, you know, yeah, man, yeah, it's going to be a ripple effect. Because, again, you know, like I was saying, they're not, if it goes on to November 15th from what they're saying, the military is not going to be paid. So you're trying to tell me that men are deployed in all these different places and they have families, you know, that's not going to be pretty much over, you know, able to be taken care of and shit because, you know, the money not coming through, man, which is crazy as hell. Because you think that, but that's Esau though, man. You think that, okay, all right, you dealing with trillions of dollars. You think that you would have a fund, or, you know, I don't get, I mean, Esau's whole system is sketchy, man. He he fucks himself over again, man. But yeah, that's pretty much about it on that, man. Let me see if they got something. Let me check out some of these comments. It says, we know, please stop reminding us. My anxiety is through the roof. Heartburn and disgust that our U.S. government could care less about its citizens. Somebody said, get a job. She says, I'm disabled, so is my husband. I can't even chop vegetables without being in pain for 3 to 4 days. Know your subject before you criticize. Okay, well, man, shit. You're looking like a big face Edomite, but then again, who knows? Could be an Eve. Says, we have worked for many years and have paid so much in this program already. Yeah. When people start rioting through these stores, it's Trump's fault. Well, man, you can blame it on Trump all you want to, man. But hey, this is a prophecy, man. Says, thanks for ruining the kids' Thanksgiving this year. Yeah, this is why, you know, one of the reasons I'm praying that, yeah, your Christmas is ruined too, bitch. Thanks stealing. Said, nobody ruined kids' Thanksgiving but their parents who can't afford them. Yep. SNAP recipients need to get a job. Stop relying on others to help you. My mother worked 2 jobs to support 9 of us kids. Hey, man. Well, it's a system that people have really abused in a sense, you know, especially Jake. Jake just be, it's, some people can work though. I mean, it just is what it is. Says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but there is an over $6 billion contingency reserved for SNAP and WIC, so they aren't interrupted during shutdowns like 2017, 2019. But Donald J. Trump's USDA chose to cut SNAP off. Yeah. But that's just like with that article with the Argentinians. Shit, he gave them $40 billion and importing their beef in here, which is killing the cattle ranchers. The ones that's left. As far as Trump's people that voted for Trump and shit, those cattle ranchers ranches that's left, shit, hey, fucking beef prices is crazy as hell right now. It's this little spot around the corner. Me and Ock be going to and shit, man. They have some pretty decent prices on their meats, but even there, I mean, things have gone up, but far cheaper than fucking going to Walmart, man. You go to Walmart, man, and try and get a damn fucking steak out of that bitch, man, is easily $30 just for one. So beef prices, even like ground chunk, things of that nature, anything that's got to do with beef, that shit is through the roof. So the trickle down effect of that is okay, say you like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna start eating a little more chicken. I seen a lady in the store in Walmart about 2 weeks ago, older so-called white lady, or appeared to be, but she was talking about it. She was like, yeah, she was looking at the steak. She was like, oh my goodness. Me and her had a little conversation and shit while we were standing there. She's like, wow, the prices on these things she's like, I'm so tired of eating chicken and, and turkey, and I've been trying to eat some alternatives, because Esau, hey, it's something about Esau and that red meat, man. Esau, he likes his meat, you know what I'm saying, with that blood gushing out type of deal. But she was like, she wanted that steak. She was looking at a tomahawk, and tomahawk, man, it's a decent steak, but man, there's a lot of fat on that shit too. But we was looking at that shit, that damn tomahawk steak, just one of them shits was like $50. It was almost $60, I think it was. But I just, was sitting there. She just rolled away. She couldn't. She's like, I can't even do it. She's like, shit, I guess I'm just gonna have to stick to my chicken and for a while longer. Let's see if this thing goes down. Now, it ain't about to go down. But a lot of people have not been eating meat at all. Shit, it's a lot of people where they're just making base meals, man, with no meat at all. You got people that used to eat meat every day. If anything, they're eating meat maybe twice a week, once a week. They've cut down on that shit. It's like, you just pasta, plain shit, rice, whatever they making. They just, normally shit that you would make with meat. They're not making it with meat no more. A lot of these motherfuckers is becoming vegetarians, which a lot of them need to lose some damn weight anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna end out there, man. Hey, this is what it's all coming down to, man. This guy's building a new ballrooms, and he's definitely not going to stop giving money to Israel. And this person says, I'm 73. And this is a lot of women that's in here too. It says, I'm 73, Eileen Gradden. I'm 73 years old and I'm barely making ends meet as right now, and they took my food stamps away from me, and now I have to start all over again. But with government shutdowns, I don't know if I'll get any food stamps, and I can't even work anymore either because of health issues. Yep. Says, and also I was getting $92 a month in food stamps, and you can't live on that amount of money. Yeah, not these days. $92? Shit. You ain't coming out of Walmart with nothing like, just like what I just said. Say, for instance, if she just was to go and get one of them steaks, she would only have about $30 left, man. So, hey, it is what it is. And I'm willing to bet you it's probably a damn Edomite. But see, Trump don't care, man. These Edomites don't care about Edomites. And that's how the scripture talks about, for you, Jake, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. It says, never trust thine enemy. But like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. So, you trusting in this, man, you need to be calling on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Matter of fact, I'll end with that. Yahweh Batazah. Let's get Isaiah. See, our people are totally dependent upon Esau to take care of them, man, like he's your fucking God. And I've been seeing some videos where, hey, this right here could easily lead up to, that MOTB being issued, man. That mark of the beauty and the beast. They can get the chip in y'all asses for that box of food. Isaiah 31:1, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. See, you going to your enemy for help, and you're not calling on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which those are the true names of the Father and Son. Yahweh, meaning he exists, or the existing one. Yahweh Shai, meaning he's the Savior or Deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. See, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's our power. He's our power. He's the one that makes sure that we eat, have what we need, you know what I'm saying, clothing on our backs, you know what I'm saying, protection and safety throughout the day from seen and unseen things, you know what I'm saying, making sure that your ass wake up, you able to, you got a sound mind, you haven't gone crazy, he's the one that's putting food in your refrigerator, man. He's the one that's keeping you healthy. He's the one that's in control of who's wounded and who's sick. He's in control of life and death. The issues of death, man, belong to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So, and I brought that out in a lesson, I think it was yesterday. I'm talking about the benefits. The Lord, he loadeth us with benefits daily. So the benefits that you should be looking forward to are the benefits of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Fuck Esau's snap. Because even with the snap that Esau is running, the Lord actually is in control of that. He's in control of who eats and who doesn't, man. That's why it's so important to praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. To be thankful and be content with what you have. Because see, a bunch of proud ass people are about to be broken down. That's what's about to happen. All that high horse shit, all that, oh, look at me, look at me. You got all these expensive ass cars. Motherfuckers is spending over $1,000 in car notes now. Some people stretching out car notes to like fucking 92 months. Like, who the fuck paying for a car for that long? Car insurance is going up. My damn car insurance went up $1,200 for the year. I'm spending an extra $100 from last year when inflation first started to kick in. They immediately shot my insurance up on my vehicle $100. I called them and asked them why. They was like, because of inflation. I'm like, well, what the fuck does that have to do with insurance? Well, I guess it's a trickle down effect though, But anyway, I'm gonna end out there, man. Hey, stay prayed up, man. Just stay praising Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and calling on him for what you need, man. Don't fall for Esau and his system, man. Don't get me wrong. I know it's Israelites that's into this truth, man. That's dependent upon it as well. But guess what? You should be the Lord is gonna make a way. He said, "My servant shall eat. My servant shall drink, man. My servant shall what do he say? Matter of fact, I don't want to butcher it. I think it's Isaiah. What is that? I want to say Isaiah 65:13. Might be wrong on that though. Where I know that the scriptures 33:6, Isaiah 33:6. It talks about this wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, man. So you want to be into this truth. Yep, that is the one. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat. Who are the servants of the Lord, man? The ones that's into this truth, the ones that actually call on his name. Now, don't get me wrong, because there are Israelites that call on the names of the Lord that's going to be destroyed, and we're praying that we're not a part of that host of people, but overall, this is talking about the elect of Israel, man. Isaiah 65, therefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. See? Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. You see people out here, man, they're howling, man, they're crying. Oh, I can't believe, I'm seeing all these damn TikTok videos with these chicks going crazy as hell because they're not about to receive their food stamps. There's a lot of anxiety, man. And that anxiety is a spirit. That should make you do things, man. And we know that the Lord, he created spirits of vengeance. So, hey, pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, for your needs. Be thankful for what it is that you do have. You know what I'm saying? Be content with what it is that you have, man. We're living day to day here. We're pilgrims, in this captivity, man, so to speak. We're just our daily bread. The Lord's Prayer. You praying the Lord's Prayer and handles everything. Give me this day my daily bread. That's what we're looking forward to. So with that, pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yasha Allah and a Baba Bar.